This is part of our delivery of pork that we got. We picked up Monday after the dentist. We get a half a pig twice a year. I think I've said that already, but in case you haven't heard me say that. And goes right in the freezer. So the freezer is right here, and it's quite cold in this pantry. This is where the pantry is. Keep a lot of things in here, like my flax break over there and another refrigerator. So it keeps quite cold in here. I've got the egg display put back together up at the street since we had that snow event. Very little bit of snow, but enough to get the plow to go by, and he just, I guess the wind from his plow just knocked the whole thing into the ditch. It was pretty funny. Hi girl! Emma likes it on a morning like this. It was 22 degrees. She likes to stand in the sun. I don't really blame her. In fact, the sun feels quite beautiful today. It's supposed to get up to 40 after the 22 degree start. The chicken watering devices were frozen this morning, just frozen enough where I had to go in and repair them. Luckily what I do is I keep another watering container inside so that I can bring it out. A little bit difficult when the water's not working properly, but it's working just enough so we can refill the animals' watering containers. These are the Isa Browns. They're giving us about 11 to 12 eggs a day. Beautiful, beautiful animals. Emma's got her hackles raised, probably because I didn't pet her yet. I got an idea for these guys, these Isa Browns. Come on, let me help you in, okay? Come on, little one. Come on, let's go. Atta girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. She's a good girl. Sometimes one of them gets out, but they're very good. They usually just squat down so that I can pick them up. Good girl. Here we go, girl. Here we go. There you go. Good job. So my idea for the Isa Browns next year, not for this year, but for next year, is to let them have the entire run of Emma's pasture. They would truly be considered free range then. And just let them have the full range of Emma's pasture. And the only thing I have to do is protect them from going to where they are right now, which is where I want to plant the flax. And it's also about time that I let these Rhode Island red chickens run loose. It's usually right around now, when we get some snow in the ground, that I let them free range. I mean really free range. You probably can't see them, but they're all inside. They hear me coming. They really like it when one of us shows up and they get to talk to us. But I'm going to be letting them come out this door instead of their back door. Their back run area is nice during the summer because of how shady it is. But this time of year, they would like to have some sun. So I'll open that door and let them have this entire area to go into. They will enjoy it. They'll clean it up too. When I made the bean soup yesterday, I needed some celery, so I decided to come down here to the celery patch in the garden with the ice on it, and I got my celery from down here. Celery's still in pretty good condition. It's still quite viable. We're inside the large hoop house right now, and the arugula, boy oh boy, it's really coming good. Probably in about another week I'll be able to start taking some leaves off. And over here is the spinach. Spinach is a slow mover, but we see spinach coming up now. So that's good. We've got lots of wonderful parsley in here, and Danielle has her 3 winter density lettuce plants. They look very good. We were in here just the other day with the camera. I put it on YouTube, so I don't really have to go over too much detail because you probably saw that video. But underneath those white blankets of Vagabond are quite a bit of her brassica plants that she takes very good care of. So all here in the big hoop house. Looks like the thermometer says that it's over 70 degrees. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, over 70 degrees. That's pretty good. Here is the wheat on November the 19th. We've had an inch of snow and some ice come down on it. It's getting ready to settle in to become dormant. Some of you longtime listeners to the channel have already heard this, but we have a lot of new people, and I just wanted to tell you that we've got a very important video coming up pretty soon. It involves that yellow and white chick shaw that the Isa Brown chickens are in. We're going to be moving them into their winter quarters. We're going to roll them right out of that Emma's pasture. We're going to come right out of the pasture through her gate, and then we're going to come right down this pathway that I call the midway path. We're going to come in here, and then the chickens with that chickshaw are going to be spending the winter inside this small hoop house. Won't that be a great idea? I have to do some reinforcing to it. We have a back panel that goes in place, and it'll give them a very weatherproof environment. We're going to bring a lot of mulch hay to the ground, and by golly, they're going to really enjoy that, I think. I'm going to put in the front here a set of what they call scissors doors. So the front of the hoop house, this small hoop house, will have a pair of scissors doors. And it'll make for going in and out of there quite easy, and it'll help keep the weather out. So I'm really looking forward to that. We have to go to the lumberyard and get some supplies, and that might happen as early as tomorrow. Alright, I guess it's time for a brief update on the water situation. For the new listeners, we had our well pump go bad, and we've called quite a few plumbers to have somebody come and fix it. But because of the fact that it has a hand pump on it, it's got a Bison hand pump, it intimidates the plumbers, and granted, it's probably a lot of extra work, and I don't know that I'd want to do it, but there are people who deal in this sort of a thing, and so we ended up calling the company who installed it, and they specialize in drilling wells and such. And so I left a message with them, I think it was last Thursday. Didn't hear back until Monday, of all things. I was in the car waiting for Danielle. She was at the dentist. Her root canal went well. She's fine. But they sent me a text, and they said that they'll be here not this week here, but then the following week, I guess the week of Thanksgiving, they plan to come out. And so we're working on that option. So that'll be good. So that's all I've got for you as far as that update goes. They plan on coming out next week. So we'll see how that works out. That's all I can do. I hope to take some pictures of the repair as they do it. What else is going on? I've been working on the wild lettuce tincture. It's right now in the evaporating stage. It's all pretty much made, except it's kind of like a tar substance right now, and I'm waiting for the excess alcohol to evaporate out so that I can collect or pull up the tar and put it into a bottle, and then add some 40% alcohol, probably brandy, and that'll be the actual tincture. In the meantime, I've been experimenting with wild lettuce tincture that I bought at the store. And if any of you have any pain at all, or if you have trouble sleeping, I highly recommend getting some wild lettuce tincture. I'm not a medical professional, so don't, it's just it's just an herb. It's not going to hurt you, but I can tell you what, I've taken wild lettuce tincture the last couple of nights because I don't sleep the best, and so I've taken the wild lettuce tincture the last couple of nights, and it works wonders. I didn't even take the full dose, only about 75% of the full dose. It works so well, and even the next morning I'm still kind of a little bit mellow. And one of you even picked up on it. One of you said, "Stephanie, you look awfully tired," or something to that effect. And I was. Yesterday I made the bean soup and I made some tuna fish salad. But otherwise I was just, I took a nap and everything. That wild lettuce tincture, I recommend it if you have any difficulties in those areas. But I thought I'd come down here early. And usually I like to do my Wednesday walk around and bring you up to date in the evening when I come down to do evening chores. But it's getting so dark so early these days that I figured, you know what, the sun's out really nice. Let me go down right now while it's really pleasant and we have some good sun for the photography. Maybe I can show you some things. So I'm glad I did. And so I'm going to go back to the house in a second here, and we're going to shove off to do our weekly errands. Both Danielle and I do not like to leave the property. We don't like to leave the driveway and do errands. We're so happy to come back home. It just feels safe here. And I'm trying not to go down some of these controversial avenues, but I have a bunch of things I do want to talk about. They're storing up in my mind, and we will, as we get more housebound due to the winter, we'll probably talk about some of these things. But it's really getting pretty bad out there, and I love being home. So having said that, we're on the verge of finishing the wild lettuce tincture. I've been collecting videos and putting them in a folder on the desktop of my new laptop. And we're going to make a good video out of all of those film clips, all of those files. And I also want to do that video where I dye the yarn with the with the garden huckleberry juice. It doesn't give a dramatic color change, but it's pretty interesting nonetheless. So I have a hank of, or rather a bobbin of linen yarn on the spinning wheel right now that's almost finished. So we'll probably finish that up, and then we have to scour and bleach the linen yarn, and then we can dye it. And I want to do all that on a video. Have to pick the right time though, because Danielle and I are both wicked busy. We're trying to button things up outside. We're trying to get the chickens moved into the greenhouse. Greenhouse has to be modified for them, and a few other things. But so that's why it's taken me so long. I'm trying to wait until we get some of these things done. But we will. And thank you for all of you for watching. Thank you for to the new subscribers who have come on board. And that's all I really have to say for now. I don't want to hold you up with just being wordy. But so that's my update. Water guy, the well pump repairman's coming next week, he said. So I'll keep you up to date on that. All right, I think Danielle's waiting for me, so I better get back to the cabin. All right, we'll catch you on the next one then. Thanks for watching. Bye.